Good afternoon, Fort Recovery Middle School students and staff, and welcome to another exciting edition of the R Factor Spotlight with one of, in my tenure here, one of the most impressive teams. Such an elite force has never been assembled in the likes of Quiz Bowl. All right, so behind me we have the 2018-19 Fort Recovery Middle School Quiz Bowl team, an undefeated season. All right, count them: 1, 2, 3 championships, undefeated on the year. Huge success. Beat Crestview, or plenty of other people at Crestview, but one at Crestview, at Van Wert, at St. Mary's, and they actually, I think, hosted the first home meet in Fort Recovery Middle School history. So a lot of firsts, a lot of success here, and so we are going to put them on the R Factor Spotlight hot seat and ask them a couple questions. So my first question, first of all, for us that don't know, or that was bad grammar, I think. Us that don't know, us that may not know what Quiz Bowl is, tell us a little bit about Quiz Bowl and how it works.
So basically what Quiz Bowl is we all have a team and we're competing against other schools. Other schools may have one to three teams, and we just split up into about 4 or 5 people in each team. And what we do is the judges will ask us a question, and if we know the question, we'll buzz into the buzzers, and then we'll answer it. If we are wrong, the judges will pass up, and then the other team will have a chance to steal. So in competitions, we all just scatter. We can substitute between halfway in the competition. In one of the competitions, we only do in categories, and only one person could go at a time. But basically, it was all a team thing, and you could just answer each question as a team, just converse before. And that's basically what Quiz Bowl is.
Gotcha. Very interesting. Now, I guess, obviously it's a team sport, team competition. How do you go about practicing for these competitions?
So what we actually did is we had sessions on Monday and Wednesday. We'd bring our lunch to Mrs. Weigel's room, and we'd have a little makeshift team. Usually it'd be the one before each competition, and we'd see which team could get the most right based on the questions that are asked.
Gotcha. What kind of questions? Just a bunch of what different subjects? Math, science?
Just about everything you can think of.
Everything you can think of. All right. How obviously the R Factor is a big part of what we're trying to do here at the Fort Recovery Middle School. How does it relate to the Quiz Bowl? I guess explain how the R Factor relates to the Quiz Bowl.
So we had to press pause because we needed to think before just guessing a random answer, and we needed to adjust and adapt because we needed to adjust to our team and work together.
And some people may have gotten frustrated if you get an answer wrong, so they just had to press pause and get their mind right and just go on from there.
Sure. Obviously, working with a large team like this, and even sounds like breaking down into smaller teams, one of the core beliefs in the middle school is the power of the tribe, and we're supposed to bring others along with us, right, to success. What does that mean to you guys?
So power of the tribe is really important, obviously, to Fort Recovery Middle School. One of the things that we make sure that we do to follow along with this is to give the younger, more inexperienced people a chance to buzz in and do things. This way they are more confident when they get older into the following years. We have to communicate with each other and make sure we are including everyone, and we shouldn't put other people down when they're wrong because they are trying their best, we're all trying our best, and we're mostly just here to have fun.
Gotcha. So in planning for the future, helping those young students prepare is always a good idea. What's the most challenging part about the season, and how did you overcome it?
Probably whenever since you're on a time limit up against different teams, you need to answer as fast as possible. So whenever you just had to kind of trust your instincts, and you couldn't second guess yourself because you really don't have time for that.
Does anything happen if you buzz in and don't know the answer? Do you lose points, or you just don't get points?
It depends on the competition. Some of them you lose points, some it doesn't matter. Some you lose points if you answer before the question's over. Some
Gotcha.
You don't.
So each competition has its own kind of different rules. So interesting, which I think would be a challenge in and of itself to figure out exactly which is required that day. All right, last question here. Part of the Indian way, obviously, is to accept these challenges. Do you think this activity, this team, these competitions was a challenge? Why or why not?
Well, yeah, it definitely was a challenge because everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. So we kind of had to work together and talk more so that we could find a team that would be good for the competition so that we could win. Yeah.
And absolutely. And win, you guys certainly did this year. So like I said earlier, 3 for 3 championships here at 3 different competitions throughout the year. An absolutely successful season. So first of all, congratulations to you guys on the team, as well as Mrs. Waggle for her leadership throughout the season. Excellent job. Way to represent Fort Recovery and live the R Factor. Great work, and best of luck next year. And we are